my beautiful fragrance family? Dustin here, Fragrance Fan. And before we get started, go ahead and do me a solid and click that like, comment, and subscribe. And don't forget to hit that bell notification so you know every time I upload some new content. And for those of you who already support my channel, thank you guys so much for helping me with what I do. Because I want to just keep on pushing out these budget-friendly fragrance videos, that $40-ish and under dollar range. A good number of those you're going to find for a lot less than that, and a good chunk of those still you can find in your local rack stores. The one I'm talking about today is a Middle Eastern house, mostly known for their clones. They've made quite the name for themselves recently, for good reason. I'm talking about the House of Lattafa, specifically Asad. And these Middle Eastern houses really try to do a number with their presentation. As you can see, quite an interesting bottle. Most of them are, and they're like just, one of them looks like a potion bottle. The Club de Nuit from Armaf is kind of crazy looking with the dice looking thing on the top. It's got some detailing up here. Big old cap clicks into place. I like it. I think this thing looks pretty awesome in my collection, so take it however you want it, but for me personally, keep it up. I'm digging it. It's all cheap. It's all plastic and stuff. It's not like anything super high quality, but it's not super cheap for the most part. Some of them are. This one isn't. But the presentation really makes you feel like you're getting something, but does the juice. So this is a straight up clone of Dior Sauvage's Elixir, and they did a great job on it. They did a really good job at coming up with a budget-friendly fragrance that smells a whole lot like a fragrance that's like 6 times as much as this. I got this thing for like low $20. Sauvage Elixir is usually well over $100. And they hardly share any of the same notes. Elixir's got all kinds of notes. It's got like patchouli and licorice, and there's some woods, there's grapefruit, lavender, whereas this just has like 5 linear notes. It's like spices, clove, amber, vanilla, and sandalwood. And the ones that stick out the most in this are those spices and the clove. This isn't as bright as Sauvage's Elixir. It doesn't last quite as long, and it's not quite as loud. That's not too bad because Elixir is a monster, and this thing is no slacker when it comes to its performance. I'll get a solid 7 hours every time I wear this thing. Good projection. Complement type DNA, cold weather appropriate. This is not going to go so well in the heat. It's going to get quite polarizing because it's so spicy. But at night, rainy, cool weather, even on a day, if you dial the sprays back a little bit, because this is pretty potent, this will work well in those kind of situations. Dressed up, this is definitely a good dressed up type of a fragrance. You'll kind of stick out. You won't smell like a whole bunch of people in there because it's so spicy. I really enjoyed this thing. Even though it is a clone, I can give this thing a solid high rating of 8 because they did a great job. It's not overly synthetic. It's more mature. I would say 25 and up will really enjoy this fragrance. So overall, it's got my vote. I definitely endorse this fragrance. And I'm not sponsored by them, but I think it's a great fragrance. So there's that. And that's my final thoughts on Lattafa Asad. With that, I'm out. Y'all take care of yourself. Be blessed. Until next time.